Hi, I'm Pierce Brunson of Modern Photography Group. We are based in St. Petersburg, Florida. And we have two brands of Modern Photography Group. One, Pierce Brunson Photography, which is my personal brand that does events, families. It does a lot of shooting if we do weddings or anything like that. That falls underneath that brand and service. But our main brand and service that we promote constantly, that we really push out there, is our Firefly event photography, which you can see all this behind me and on the shirt. Um, that is a school-based photography service that focuses on events. We also do sports action. We do dance, and what we try to do with that brand is things that kids see in magazines and all these different things. We try to replicate that, and we do replicate it well. But we do it at a very, very high volume, and we turn it around fast for the kids, and include a lot of perks in there to save them money. So if you're in the Tampa Bay area and you're watching this and your kid is at a school, especially a high school, and they're not using Firefly event photography for your homecoming, prom, or graduation, better get on it. But today is really not about Pierce Brunson photography or Firefly event photography. This is a video that I've contemplated doing for a while, and I've tried to share the information with people, and they just don't really seem to kind of grasp what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to put a video out there and see who comes up, who kind of understands what I'm saying. And it relates to marketing, and we do this with our photography, a lot of our images. And if you're a marketer, or if you're like a DJ, or if you do different setups and all these different things, one of the key things you should be using to help your marketing is Google. Not only Google, but your Google ratings and all those different things, and Google Analytics, but use Google Maps. Okay, one of the cool things about Google Maps, and I've tested it out for about a year and a half now, and I've spoke to people individually about it, but never made a video. Is that with Google Maps, they're literally begging you for information about the places that you go. So if I'm a photographer, and I've done this a lot, if I'm a photographer and I go in and have a shoot at a hotel or something like that, by me taking images of the room and the setup and all these different things, Google wants that information connected to that particular hotel. They want to see how that room was set up and so on and so forth. They want to see all these different things. Well, the key to that is that shows off whoever set up the room, the centerpieces, all these different things. They should have an event photographer or connect with the event photographer. Or if you are marketing yourself, using maps and then putting your own personal images onto maps to show the location itself. This is very important. So if you're taking like an event space or a hotel or anything like that, people want to see how that's set up. And when they see it set up beautifully, they actually go in and buy it. Maps is one of the things where you can see how many people are actually viewing your pictures itself. So let me get into maps, and then I'm going to kind of show you my approach to maps and all that. Okay, so one of the key things about maps is it tells you how many people have seen your photo. So what we do and have done with maps is we've gone in and we've taken general pictures of the setup, general pictures of the tables and all this other stuff, and we do this with our smartphone. It's real easy. And then we post it right to our maps. It's under contribute. You become a local guide. Okay. And, I have my local guide up here, and I'll show you kind of on my tablet if you can see it. And it just kind of looks something like this. Okay. That's my local guide. So when I'm a local guide right now, I'm at level 8, and I haven't done a lot with this in the last couple months. I need to pick it back up, and I have 32,000 points. I've been to a lot of places. So what I've done as a level 8 local guide, I've uploaded 5,408 images that have accumulated 4,266,000 968 views. Okay, that's a lot of views, and it's telling me right here how many views. When I look at it this weekend, well, actually this week, in the middle of the week, we went to the Grand Hacienda Mexican restaurant on 4th Street in St. Pete, and I took a picture of just their bar. Since that was Thursday. Since Thursday, and today is, no, that was yesterday. No, Wednesday. Since Wednesday, 2 days ago, that picture, according to the Google, has been viewed 296 times. Okay? So that's great for the Grand Hacienda. Now, think about that in terms of you being a photographer, you being a DJ, or you being a person who works in marketing. You can actually go and show this to your clients. Like, look, when we come in to take pictures of your place, we can show you that, look, our pictures get 296 views. So just of the 5, and I did 2 quick videos that are about 8 seconds of the Grand Hacienda since Wednesday, and today's Friday. The first picture, 296 views. The next one, the video, had 17 views. The picture of their salsa had 26 views, and a video of the salsa and the chips had 21 views, and then a picture of their salt and pepper shakers had 24 views. Okay, this is pretty much consistently what I get. Now I'll go back and shift this to sort and my most viewed, and this is what it has me really hype about Maps, is the most viewed. I went to the Home Depot, and this is early stage when I was testing it out, and I literally took a picture of grills. That picture of grills right there, we can see it. Okay, as you can see, over 300,000 times that picture has been viewed. The one below it at Public Supermarket, which is a picture of, I think that's nectarines, I'm pretty sure, 185,000. Citizen Rail in Denver, I took a picture of just the bar there. That's 166,000 views. The Acropolis Greek restaurant in downtown St. Pete, they have an upstairs part right there, and you can see that has 147,000 views. That means people are using Maps, and Maps is very specific to people actually clicking on the information. Okay, it's not this wild thing where people get there by accident. It's, okay, I'm gonna click on this restaurant, and I'm gonna click on the restaurant to see different things that are there. If you're a marketing person, you're in marketing, start adding this as a product and service to your groups. If you have any questions, keep asking me, because I'm pretty much a guru. Not really, but I went to P-Tech and took a just this, and all these are with my phone. Okay, a nice picture of just the inside of the seating area that was set up, and that has 90,000 views. Another one from the Acropolis Greek restaurant. This one's it was in Ybor City, 80,000 views there. One of my favorite places, and this is when I really knew it took off, was Bullet Bar in Orlando. I took a picture of, let's see if we can see it without the lights, right there. I took a picture of their seats, and as I was walking out, I looked back at it, and looked back at the picture, and it already had 17 views. This was about 3 o'clock in the middle of the day. So in downtown Orlando, somebody was already clicking on this image of the bar itself, and so they were searching for the bar. And this just gives proof that people are actually searching and looking at these businesses, hopefully the patrons. So that was 67,000. That one I think was done this summer maybe. So and the list goes on and on. Some of the things that I've done personally with our photographs, especially the professional ones, is I've gone back in, because Google will ask you to review the place once you leave it and come back in the middle of the week. I've added some of our event pictures in there, and it is of the event, and it's of the setup, and it makes it look like people are having fun and all these different things. It's a great thing to add. So that's another thing too. Most of it is going to be a lot of product shots and all these different things there. But, these are things you can add. So, of course, I've gone to different restaurants and all this other stuff. Now, when you do restaurants and even when you do retail places now, they're also asking about the product. If you're in marketing and you're trying to help people boost and build their business, get people to either add to maps, or you go in there and help these businesses add to maps and start to label their product, and let people know right away, because people can search in the car and know, hey, they have this product for me. Boom. Another thing that I've done before was I went to a shop down in St. Pete, Annie's, which is a hair care place and has a lot of hair care products. And we did a quick 30-second commercial of the girl was working the counter, and I said, hey, I'm going to put this on Maps. Why don't you just tell us about the business itself? Just tell us what Annie's is and if you got any specials. That's something you can add to help these businesses really, really flourish. And people need to know that. And you can add stuff every week. People can add different sales and all this other stuff. And it's just about taking pictures and adding information to Google. And this information is definitely pertinent. It has to be pertinent. Don't just make it all about your business, but make it about, as your business, how your business has interacted there. One of the things that I've done is with Firefly, we go and visit schools. So we have a couple of schools here, Alonzo and Countryside High School, which one is in Hillsborough and one is in Pinellas County. And the one picture that I took of their high school that says Raven Nation has been viewed 30,000 times and 28,000 times for Countryside High School of their football field. Now, what I'll do is I'll go back in and write a review, and I'll explain why I was there. I'll say things like, hey, I was there representing Firefly Event Photography. We were there for a flag football game. The kids were wonderful. It was a great game. It was against their rivalry. As I walked in, the people at the door greeted me, or at the gate greeted me kindly. They made sure I didn't need anything as a photographer. The coach, definitely appreciated us being there. And I really write a review that's different than just, hey, went to school here, some good teachers, but really how I interacted as a person within that business. And the more that people see different uses for these different businesses and they can read different reviews, then those are the things that are going to really help these businesses flourish. The last thing I would expect, to just have a restaurant and it's all about the food. But what if there's a review about somebody who had their wedding there, or a certain event, or they have a small room in the back that they want to kind of promote? Get people to write these things out on Google Maps and write you a review there, and you can do all sorts of stars there. And really, I'm amazed at how many of my images are over like 30,000. Like that's just crazy to me. But it's here, and and I appreciate using it, but you have to use it in a unique way. So let me go back through my list. Now, one of the things you definitely want to do with Maps is you want to add your video to the connected to the business. If you do videos, get people to do testimonials, especially video testimonials, product reviews, sales, and things like that. Changes to the store marquee, any changes in there as a business owner or as a person in marketing, you want to be there and help these changes get out there. I would think that Google would appreciate that. And also maybe do something for your customers who add something to Maps, because you can follow your own. If you set up your Google business analytics correctly, you can know when somebody writes a review. So when they write a review, just respond and say, hey, thank you. Next time you come in, tell us, that you wrote a review, and you'll get 10% off whatever. These are things that help your business be viable, and it's a different approach. And right now, really, there is no charge for adding to Google Maps. So it's kind of like the early years of Facebook YouTube, where it's just accepting a lot of information right now, and I'm sure it'll change in the future. There are ways that you can do other things on maps. Again, I don't do any pay for anything on maps or anything like that. I just try to stick to all the free stuff. But as a person who's done a lot of photography at different venues, I always go into it, take some pictures, write a review, and then I go back in and add some event pictures too, to show people different things, and to get a different experience at those events, or at those locations. This helps the business. Definitely, in my opinion, it helps the business, and it helps people see that other things go on at certain businesses, especially if you're in the event industry, than just the standard wedding or things like that. Okay, and it's just a way to help build that business up, and people can make decisions a lot faster doing this way. So if you have any questions about maps, just make sure you subscribe, and then we'll answer the questions as best as we can. Again, this is something for me. I'm on level 8, and if I really would have worked and pushed hard at it for the last like 6 months, if I would have, then I probably would be definitely at level 9. Getting to level 9 that's a lot of points, and right now I don't travel as much, so I'm just around locally. But especially for people who travel and people who are in different marketing areas and stuff like that, start adding different pictures to it, and that'll definitely help your business, and then it'll help the business itself. But write positive reviews and those things, and honest reviews, and try to get people's names, add those things to it too. That's always good. But anything else, just give me, just ask a question, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, because we're going to start, continue actually to do a lot of these videos as we evolve and everything. So let me know if you liked it. Ask me any questions. If there's anything I need to correct, then we'll do our best to correct it. But other than that, greatly appreciate it. And follow Modern Photography Group on here, Firefly Event Photography on Instagram, and Pierce Brunson Photography on Instagram. And we're also on Facebook there. Thank you. See you next time.